Hello students, welcome back to the session of Elements of Civil Engineering. So you are having the two parts in the each module. So let us try to complete the one part in each module. Then we will go for the next parts. Clear? As in the third module also we are having the two parts. One is the support reaction and another is the your analysis of trusses. So it is somewhat difficult to understand this analysis of trusses by this means of the video. So therefore we will go for the next module, that is a centroid of a plane figure. So the remaining parts I am trying to complete when the college reopens. So let us see the fourth module, that is the centroid of a plane figure. So this is the completely different concept you can learn easily, and it is not connected with the previous modules. So this is a separate concept, and you are having the very simple problems also. You can solve the problems easily if you understand the concept clearly. So let us start with the fourth module, centroid of a plane figure. So just I will give you one example. What do you mean by the centroid? So you can balance your textbook or your notes by a single figure. So you may observe, so you can rotate your textbook in a single figure. So means what? You can balance this by a point. So that point, what we are calling it as a centroid. Clear? So we were having the two definitions, center of gravity as well as a centroid. So what is the main difference between the center of gravity as well as centroid? Means in the center of gravity, the whole weight of the body is assumed to be concentrated at a point. So if you are considering any size of the body, the whole weight of the body is assumed to be concentrated at a single point. So that we are calling it as a center of gravity, denoted by Cg or G. And in case of centroid, whole area of the body or a plane figure is assumed to be concentrated at a single point. There is no much difference here, just concentrate. In the center of gravity, whole weight of the body is assumed to be concentrated at a single point. In the centroid, whole area of the plane figure is assumed to be concentrated at a single point. So that is, you need to calculate what is the x bar distance and y bar distance by some reference axes. That is what the centroid. Here you are going to determine that point where we can balance the entire body by a single point. So that point, what we are calling it as a centroid. So this is what the basic concept of the centroid and the center of gravity. So different geometrical figures, you need to find out what is the value of the centroid here. So this is what the simple derivations, it is not necessary, just leave this derivation. Let us move for the another some basic definitions. So means next is the reference axis. So you can observe here the reference axis. So the reference axis is a one from which you are going to calculate this CG value. So that is the axis with respect to which the centroid of a given figure is determined. So you are having this is x-axis, you are having this is y-axis. With respect to these x and y-axis, you are finding the what is the G value. So means with respect to this axis, what is the y bar distance? With respect to this y axis, what is the x bar distance? So these two axes, what we are calling it as a reference axis. So the reference axis is a one with respect to which you are going to calculate the centroid of a plane figure, that is called as the reference axis. So another important definition here, than the centroidal axis. The centroidal axis is nothing but the axis which is passing through the centroid of a given figure. That is, the axis which is passing through the centroid of a given figure is known as the centroidal axis. You may observe here, this is what the point where that is a whole weight of the body is assumed to be concentrated, centroid point. The axis which is passing through the centroid, these x and y axis, these axis, what we are calling it as a centroidal axis. Clear? Reference axis is a one through which you are going to find out the centroidal value CG. Centroidal axis is a one, the axis which is passing through the centroid of a given plane figure. So then what we are calling it as a centroidal axis. Clear? So next we are having the symmetrical axis. So you know that the basic concept, the symmetry is nothing but the figure may be symmetrical about its axis. So we are having only the two axes because it is 2D, x-axis and y-axis. So if any figure is symmetrical about these axes, then we are calling it as a axis of symmetry. You can observe here we are having the different cases of axis of symmetry. Just I will explain with the help of the examples. So you can observe in the figure, so that is the symmetric axis. So symmetric axis is means what? So this is I section, clear? So if you divide this section x-axis and y-axis, it is same. So that is left side of the x-axis and right side of the x-axis, left side of the y-axis and right side of the y-axis, both are similar. So then what we are calling it as a symmetric axis. Clear? So any axis which can divide the entire plane into the two symmetrical halves, then what we are calling it as, it is a symmetrical axis. So you can observe if it is a symmetrical axis, both x and y bar are 0. So you can observe these conditions. Clear? And another, we are having the symmetrical about the y-axis. You can observe this figure. So if you cut this T section, this portion and this portion is same. So that is symmetric about y-axis, and it should not symmetric about the x-axis, because it is not same about the x-axis, then it is symmetric about the y-axis. Clear? So if it is symmetric about the y-axis, then x bar becomes 0. You are going to find out the y bar. You can observe, I have attached the PDF. You just go through that one. So if it is any body is symmetric about the y-axis, then x bar becomes 0. So if it is symmetric about y-axis, x bar becomes 0. Then you just keep that in mind. So and you can observe the C section. So if you observe the C section, it is symmetric about which axis? It is symmetric about x-axis. This part and this part is similar, and it is not symmetric about the y-axis. Clear? If it is symmetric about x-axis, then y bar is equal to 0. Clear? If it is symmetric about x-axis, y bar is equal to 0. So at what axis it is symmetric? The opposite will be 0. Clear? If it is symmetric about x-axis, y bar is 0. If it is symmetric about y-axis, then x bar is 0. So this is what the axis of the symmetry. One is symmetrical axis. It is symmetric about both the axis. It may be symmetric about one axis, and it may be symmetric about the other axis. And we can observe the another condition, unsymmetric. You can observe this one. So it is not either symmetrical about the x-axis, it is not either symmetrical about the y-axis. So this is what the that is neither symmetric about the x-axis and not symmetric about the y-axis. That is what the unsymmetrical planes. So these are all some basic concept what we are coming across in the centroid of a plane figures. So let us observe it clearly. I have attached you the PDF. So some of the important geometrical figures. You just go through this tabular column clearly, and you just observe, you just remember these values. What is the area, what is the x bar, and what is the y bar value. You just observe these figures and the notations, and from where they have noted the x bar and y bar distance, you just observe it clearly. Try to remember all these values, these two tables with respect to the figures. So figure should be perfect in your mind. With respect to the figures, these values you should remember. So we are having the two tabular columns, and you can observe here this some semicircles are also there. You can observe. So if the semicircle is in first quadrant, then x bar y bar is different. If it is in fourth quadrant, then it is different, and if it is in the third quadrant, then it is different, and if it is in the other quadrant, then the values are different. So you just observe these figures and try to remember these formulas. And if it is a quarter circle, and we are having the another formulas, these formulas are very important to solve the problems. Just go through this theory and try to remember all these formulas in order to solve the problem. Thank you. Hello students, welcome back to the session on the centroid. So here have in the previous class we have discussed about the some of the important parameters, centroid and the center of gravity, axis of symmetry, and the reference axis as well as the centroidal axis. Here you will come across some of the important derivations. You may expect these derivations in the examination. So that is the derivation of centroid of some important geometrical figures. So important geometrical figures ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that may be the rectangle, triangle and semicircle and the circle and the quarter circle. We are having some of the important derivations. This is very important, just go through this. So let us discuss the determination of the centroid of this geometrical figure, that is a rectangular lamina. Clear? So just read this sentence. Consider a rectangular lamina which is having an area of B into D as shown in figure. Consider the elementary strip of area B into dy, which is at a distance of y from AB. So means what? Here they have considered the rectangular lamina. So that is a rectangular lamina of sides B into D, and you are going to consider the elementary strip here. So this is a elementary strip. So this is elementary strip which is having area, because the elementary strip having the width of B, this distance, and it is thickness having D. Therefore, the area is B into dy. So consider this small elementary strip in an entire rectangle. So which is situated at a distance y from the AB. So that they have considered here. So now the moment of area of elementary strip about AB. You know that moment is nothing but force into perpendicular distance. But you are considering the moment of a area here. So that is area of the elementary strip is B into dy, and it is B into dy, just observe here, and it is situated at a distance of y from AB. So that is area into perpendicular distance to AB is y. Therefore it is B into dy. So therefore it is B into dy is the area of elementary strip about the AB axis. So now in the entire this rectangle we are having the n number of strips. Clear? So now you have considered only one strip for the calculation. Therefore the sum of the moment of such elementary strip. So if you need to calculate the whole, then you are integrating the available equation. Clear? Under the limits. So that is the total depth of this rectangle is D. So that you have to integrate this equation under the limits of 0 to D. So just an integration, take B outside, y into dy, y integration is y square divided by 2, apply the limits, then b square divided bd square divided by 2. So this is what the sum of the moment of all the elementary strip. So here I have shown only one elementary strip. Sum of the moment of all the elementary strip about AB is what? B into d square divided by 2. So now that is you have to consider moment of total area about AB. Total area is nothing but you have to consider this entire rectangle. The area of this rectangle is what? The area of rectangle is B into D. The area of the rectangle is B into D. Just observe here, this is B into D, and the perpendicular distance, that is the centroidal distance of this entire rectangle with respect to AB is y bar. So that is y bar you have to consider. That only you are going to find out here. That is BD into y bar is the moment of the entire rectangle about AB. So now apply the principle of moment. So principle of moment, what it says, moment due to the elementary strips, that is the summation of moment due to all these elementary strips is exactly equal to the moment due to the entire area. So just equate this equation as well as this equation, so that is BD square divided by 2 is equal to BD into y bar. So that is what the equation. Therefore y bar is equal to D by 2. So you can observe in your tabular column, that is the centroidal distance of a rectangle, that is y bar is equal to D by 2. So here y distance is depth D, therefore D by 2. Similarly, if you calculate the x bar distance, x bar is equal to B divided by 2. Clear? So like that you have to find out x bar as well as the y bar distances. So just a very simple derivation, you just go through this with that reference PDF. So now let us consider the... Hello students, in the previous video we have seen the centroid of a rectangular lamina. So now we can consider the centroid of a triangular lamina. So if you're considering a triangle, so what is the centroid of this triangular lamina? We're going to derive the equation, that is x bar and pi bar distance of this triangular lamina. So means with respect to the reference axis, you are going to find out what is the y bar value and what is the x bar value of this given triangle. You have to find out here. So you know that the area of the triangle is half into base into height. So you just consider the area of the triangle is known, that is half into base into height is the area of the triangle. So here height is nothing but d you have considered and base is b. So that is the area of the triangular lamina. So now consider the elementary strip. So as in the previous, you have to consider this elementary strip having the base is b1 and it is having the thickness of dy. So therefore elementary strip area is what? b1 into dy. b1 into dy is the area of the elementary strip with from the reference axis, and it is situated at a distance of y. It is situated at a distance of y from the AB, that is that area of elementary strip. The procedure is same. Now you are going to use the property of the similar triangle. So now you can see here, so this is the small triangle. So this is one triangle, and you have to consider again the big triangle. So on the small triangle, and again you have to consider this big triangle. So by these two triangles, by applying this similar triangle property, b1 divided by b, so this is b1 divided by b is equal to the this distance, that is this distance is nothing but d minus, so sorry, this distance so that is this distance is equal to what? D minus y divided by total distance is d. Just apply the similar triangle property here. So from this equation you can calculate what is the b value. Just consider this equation. So now you have to the same thing, you have to consider the area of the elementary strip is given by, so that is the total area of elementary strip is what? That is area of elementary strip is nothing but b1 into dy, because it is acting b1 and the area of elementary strip is b1 into dy. So this is b1 into dy. So b1 value you are having, just substitute this b1 value, you will get this equation. So this is what the area of the elementary strip, the single strip what we have considered. So we are having the n number of strips in the triangle, so that the area moment due to the area of the elementary strip you are going to calculate. Moment is nothing but area into perpendicular distance. Clear? You just observe, area is this one, this equation, into perpendicular distance is situated at a distance of y, so that is area into y. So area equation you just substitute what is the area equation you are having by your calculation into y, you have to multiply here. Clear? So then by simplification, just remove the brackets and do the simplification. So by the simplification what we have obtained, just multiply the outside the bracket values into the inside the bracket, you will get this equation. Clear? So by the simplifying you will get this equation. This is what the moment of elementary strip about AB. So that is this elementary strip, one elementary strip about AB is equal to this equation. So we are having the n number of strips here. So moment due to this n number of strips about the point AB, so how to consider this. So in order to do that, you have to integrate this equation. So because if you want any bigger value, you have to integrate. So that you have to integrate this value in order to get the moment of the n number of entire strips into the AB axis. So now just see here the simple integration, b into dy is there, y is there, you have to take y square divided by 2. So similarly here y square divided by d is there, just consider y cube divided by 3 is the integration. So under the limits of 0 to d. So here the limits is 0 to d, because what, the total distance is, depth of the triangle is d here. So I have to consider the limit 0 to d. So just apply these equations and by simplifying you will get BD square divided by 6. So what it is BD square divided by 6? It is the moment of the entire element strips of a triangle about AB is what, BD square divided by 6. So similarly, the moment of area about total area about AB. So total area is nothing but what, the area of the triangle you have to consider. The area of the triangle is what, half into base into height is what, D. So this area into perpendicular distance is what, so her perpendicular distance is y bar. Clear? That is what area of this entire triangle about the AB is what, this equation. So that they have considered here. Just observe. I will show here. So this area you have to consider. So here you can observe. So this is what, the moment of total area about AB is what, half into base into height into y bar distance. So now by applying the principle of moment is nothing but what, moment due to elementary strip is equal to the moment due to the entire area. So by equating these two equations, you will get the y bar value is equal to d by 3. So that is the y bar distance of your triangle is d by 3. You can observe in your tabular column. So this is the centroidal distance. If you want to calculate x bar, you have to do the same procedure by considering the x bar distance. So this is what the centroid of a triangle. You just go through this. The procedure is same as a rectangle. Only there is some integration, and you have to take some of the references for this calculations. Thank you.